Welcome to Close the Door Podcast. Okay, so here we have a very special guest in the world of esport who has galvanized the world for his achievement. You must be familiar with the Questar. Hello.
Hello,
How are you?
very
Yes,
good.
very good.
Alhamdulillah.
How was your journey to the studio?
There was a bit of traffic.
I don't know because I'm sleep on the way.
You have to sleep, buddy.
Wow, I haven't even started making jokes yet. Okay, so yesterday was hot news on various social media. Not only social media, but television news has also discussed something that makes Indonesia proud. Namely, it was report that your team won Ember Mobile Legends in Malaysia. That's amazing. How do you feel about that?
Of course, we must be proud of our achievement, Diaz.
Definitely, we also didn't expect that we could bring home the trophy that team in various parts of the world dream of.
It's amazing the victory you guys got. Yesterday I also watched your match on live streaming. It was crazy how exciting and emotional the match was. Your team was able to catch up with the point.
Well, that's what we didn't expect to catch up with 3 points.
By the time we were 3 points down, it was like had no hope of winning.
That's right, the game point was also only 4, and if we lost one more game, then we were confirmed to be the runner-up.
That's what caught the attention of the audience, the fans, and of course me. It was impossible to get up with those 3 points.
Nothing is impossible fun.
Yeah, that's right.
Wow, how confident you guys are.
Not really. Just yesterday during the match, Diaz was the most desperate in the team, and we all encouraged him so that Diaz wouldn't get down because he was behind the point.
What a great match you guys have. Of course, you also work hard to bring Indonesia name to the international stage. Now, my question is, how long did you prepare to face the team out there that you never played against before?
Yes, although we had prepared thoroughly with a very long training, we are also nervous to face opponent that we have never faced before. Moreover, we can also carry the name of Indonesia. There is definitely sense of fear if we lose.
Yes, that's right. With a sense of fear if we lost. But we make it a motivation to reach the top.
How much time do you spend a day practicing?
We usually spend 12 hours a day.
Even if we don't have scrims with other team, we can spend more than 12 hours, maybe around 15 hours.
That's true. We also sometimes don't sleep. We only sleep for a few hours and then continue practicing again.
That's crazy. You guys did not get sick after only sleeping for a few hours?
Of course, we did. But when we were sick, the official were always alert in taking care of our health.
Yes, that's right. So our official always take care the player health, starting for food, from hygiene, physical activity every week. In fact, we also get our own psychiatrist to maintain our physical and mental health.
That means all of that has been well thought out by the manager and the people there. So whatever the player need are guaranteed to be there.
Yes, become all players are mostly teenager and we cannot take care of ourselves yet.
Thing that is done by the official is also for all of us, so as not be affect our performance when competing.
So our player get very good facilities from the official to support your playing performance. This is information that is widely questioned among esport lovers. And finally, Here we get the answer. Please.
Yes, that's right. That's a question that often arises when we live stream on YouTube.
It must be okay. I want to ask you guys, before entering the world of esport, what did you do before?
Yes, of course, we went to school. At that time, we like to play game and the training game competition like that.
And some of them we won, and that's where we both called to join several esport team.
Then did you accept the offer?
At first we were hesitant, afraid it was a scam, and we searched, and it turned out that this was the real thing.
I was also surprised and didn't expect a call from the esport team at the time. I just joined a tournament, won, and got a prize. That's it.
That's true. We didn't even know that the game we play had a community, and yes, we both accept the offer.
You guys were still in school at the time. Were there any obstacle for you after joining the esport team?
Actually, no, because that time we were already in the final class. So we were just waiting for the graduation announcement.
But before that, we were also offered an esport team when we were still in school, and we didn't accept it because at the time our parents didn't allow it.
Oh, like that. It's true what your parents said. Education is more than anything. What do you think the ups and downs of being a pro players are like?
The ups and downs being pro player are like riding roller coaster, Fandi. There are beautiful moments when you win, but there are also difficult time and lot of pressure.
That's like risky, something we have to go through time like defeat and criticism. But they build character and motivate us to keep improving.
Very inspiring. And I'm sure many viewers would like to know what's the toughest moment you experienced as a team.
The toughest moment was definitely when we faced a big tournament and felt under pressure. Of example, we were already dropped the lower bracket, and we had to compete against top team.
Yes, and at that time, our mentality and strategy were really tough. But eventually, we were able to bounce back and show our best performance.
It was epic. Now, many of you might also want to know who are the player or esports team that inspire you.
For me personally, Majid Tazi from the Free Fire team is a big idol. The way he play and his consistency always motivates me to be a better.
I admire Mobile Legends players like Evos, Galang, and Bayu from the RRQ team.
That's amazing. And what about your future target after achieving success in M World?
We want to continue to grow and make higher achievement, of course, to bring Indonesian name into international arena and be a role model of future generation.
Also want to provide support and inspiration to young players who dream of becoming pro player, showing that with hard work, dream can be realized.
Very positive. And before we end, any message or motivation for the listener of this podcast?
Maybe a message from me. Never be afraid to dream big and always try hard. Well, never know how far we can get if we don't try.
And don't forget support from family and friends is very important. They are the positive energy that can support us through any challenge.
What a great message. Thank you very much, Diaz and Rizky, for being guests on the Close the Dare podcast. May success always be with you guys.
Thank you so much, Fadi.
Hopefully, this podcast can also provide inspiration for the listeners. Okay, guys, thank you very much, and see you next time. Bye. Anjay.
Guys, very. Ulang.
Terima kasih Allah.
Rekam